Hi folks and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing up another pair of shoes, and these ones here I'm going to keep for myself. Now I've got a pair of Gucci boots, Gucci dress shoes, but I don't have a pair of Gucci dress boots. I found these in my pile of shoes I've still to do up. And they're in my size. So today I'm going to tackle these. Make them look a bit more presentable, a lot nicer to wear. So having a look over them, you can see it's a bit creased here, needing reshaped. It's not too bad, although you can feel it's a little dry. They're not the worst I've ever had in. The inside actually looks quite nice, and there's no sort of smell emanating from them. The soles, as you can see somewhere to the sole here, plenty of life left in them. It is missing the little metal Gucci logo here. So I'm going to recolour the sole as well as treat it. I'm going to reshape the boot here a bit more. We'll give it a polish as well. Another thing I thought I would show you is just something I picked up this week. I got this for £10, absolute bargain. And it's a Gucci clothes brush. This is a horsehair clothes brush. It's perfect for suits and jackets and things. I love picking up bargains like these. Anyway, let's get cracking on with these boots. Just following my usual steps of clean, nourish, shape, colour, then polish. I'm going to work through these. As per usual, just take out these laces. Next we'll go over it with a horsehair brush, just to brush off any debris. Now, we can see even after the horsehair brush, there's still quite a few marks on it. So, we'll just give it a light spray of the Worth interior cleaner. Just going to go over it with this soft brush. Quick cleans worked wonders on these marks. As I said, the inside isn't too bad. What we'll do is we'll just give it a quick clean out and a wipe. The next stages I like to do together, so I'm going to give it some nourishment. Also, I'm going to reshape it. And it's quite good because the nourishment actually softens the leather and allows it to be reshapen. For this, I'm going to use some Saphir Cream Delicate, as this is quite a soft leather and it's quite smooth. So I'm going to see how this reacts with it. That's had a good coat and is soaking in quite nicely. Now, as it's softening up the leather, as I said, I'm going to use some shoe trees just to shape these. Now, these are a size 40.5 or 40.5 euro size, and I'm actually going to use some shoe trees to size up. For two reasons. Gucci tends to be a little bit bigger made, and also I just want to really make sure they're compacted in here, just so it really pushes it back out into shape. As you can see, it is a little bit better, but not quite perfect. So one thing I like to do is just to get some more of the cream, start actually like massaging and working the leather, just to straighten it out. Also pulling on the tongue helps as well. I'll also reposition the shoe trees within the shoe just to get a better shape. It's all about just working it in a few different ways. I don't think I'll get these perfect, but I think they'll be a lot better than what they were. With the cream dried in, you can see here, they're not perfect, but they're a much better shape than what they were. So much more presentable now. And from experience, the continued use of shoe trees really does help the shape in the long run as well. And as I'm recording this the day before I'm going to release it on YouTube, unfortunately I don't have the time to let it shape a bit more. I've also put some tissue in here, just to get some shape around the ankles. I'll adjust this as I go. I'm just starting off in one place, then working my way around. Make sure the whole shape is a lot better. Again, when it comes to shaping, this just takes time. So we'll brush the excess off with the horsehair brush and see what we're left with. They don't look too bad. However, the colour isn't quite consistent. There are a few little bits, scuffs and things like that. So, just to rectify this, I'm going to use some Saphir Medallion d'Or. I've used this quite a lot of times. It's just a black cream which has quite a lot of pigment in it, and again also nourishes the leather. Just getting right into the corners of these shoes. And to dress the edges, I have some Saphir colouring cream. Once it's dried for about 10 minutes, we just rub the excess off. Really quite a nice finish. Now to do something with the soles. I'm going to use some Angelus black leather dye. I'll go over this a couple of times just to get a good coating. With the leather dye, I give it about 24 hours just to set in. Now, let's brush off the boots and see what they look like underneath. Much better. Colour is a lot more consistent. They've got a really nice finish to them as well. So for the last stage, I'm just going to add some wax. And it's again Saphir Medallion d'Or wax I'm going to use. I'm doing this for two reasons. One, it'll protect them against water. And two, it'll give them a bit more of a shine. This is a lovely wax. which is turpentine based, as opposed to some of the other ones which are petroleum based. It's much better for luxury leathers and things like that. And when it comes to polishing as well, just to get a nice shiny finish, it's better to put it on thicker in parts that don't move, like the toe here, but a bit thinner in areas like this. There's more flex in the leather, because all that will happen is the wax will crack and it will show. That's a good tip to get a nice shine on shoes. And again, just working it into the corners. Once it's coated, I like to just give it a good buff off just with a rag. The friction really helps here as well. Really see the shine coming through already. Next I use my clean horsehair brush, which is a different one I use from buffing off. And another buff with a lovely soft brush cotton rag. Followed by a final brush with a lovely soft goat's hair brush. Quite happy with how these have turned out so far. I do have a little bit more work to put into them, but for just now I want to get this video out for Sunday. They're much better shape, a lot shinier as well. Love the finish. As I said, I'll continue using the shoe trees and that'll get looking a lot better shape wise. I'll also continue to work on this area here as well. Another thing I'll do is just to put some Saphir sole guard on the soles. The dye's still a little bit wet just now, hence why I'm just leaving it, as it does take 24 hours to cure. But sole guard will help waterproof these, as well as give it more grip, help guard against wear. Now I picked these up for about £40, and for that money I'm really happy with the result, especially compared to the last pair of Gucci boots that I bought a couple of weeks ago. I may also change the laces, and just for a little bit of variation I might get a couple of different colours. Anyway folks, thanks for watching. If you like this, please feel free to hit the thumbs up, it really does help the channel. Also, if you want to see more, feel free to check out my other videos, and to see any future ones, feel free to subscribe and hit that bell notification. Have a great day.